You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for taking time out of their busy schedules as we get you caught up with everything surrounding the Giants. And today it is all about JJ McCarthy, the former Michigan quarterback, the national champion, and the guy that is rising up draft boards faster than anybody I can remember as long as I've been covering this league. The Giants are hosting, or they will be holding, a private workout with McCarthy over Easter weekend in Ann Arbor. We'll break that down and more, but first, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are coming to the end of March, and we are right on the tails of the Dallas Cowboys report. It is a subscriber battle, and Tom Downey, who hosts our Cowboys channel here at Chat Sports, he's been talking a lot of noise about the Giants, and not in a positive way, and I want to catch up to him. So if you love the Giants, you want free, informative, entertaining updates every day, and if you hate the Cowboys, subscribe and turn your notifications on. Pat Leonard last night reported that McCarthy and the Giants are going to have a private workout in Ann Arbor on Easter Sunday for Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll to get an up-close and personal look at the NCAA champion. Schoen and Daboll were unable to go to JJ McCarthy's pro day, and there's been a lot of smoke about the Giants being interested in making a move for a quarterback. And JJ McCarthy, he seems like he may be the guy for the Giants. This is no longer a smokescreen. I have gone over the idea that the Giants were trying to sweet talk JJ McCarthy up amongst draft boards, but it seems like every quarterback needy team at this point already likes McCarthy, and the reason I thought they wanted that to happen, so the NFL draft would unfold as a quarterback going 1 through 4, and that all but guarantees that Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Nabers is a New York Giant. But this isn't a smokescreen. You don't fly to Ann Arbor on Easter, miss Easter Sunday with your family if you're Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen, if you are not very serious about drafting a player, and I believe they are. And Connor Hughes a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of days ago, about a week ago, said this: the buzz is there that JJ McCarthy is the player that the New York Giants want to draft. There was also another report that the Giants, when they heard this story leaked, were not happy that it leaked, which tells me he may just be the player that they want to draft. This is the 4th time the New York Giants will have met with McCarthy. They met with him at the NFL Combine. They got to see him throw in Indy. He visited the facility earlier this month. They also took him to dinner in New York, and now a private workout in Ann Arbor. This is no longer a smokescreen, ladies and gentlemen. The Giants have serious interest in making McCarthy the next franchise quarterback. And I've said this a couple times, but I truly believe it. If the Giants are on the clock at pick number 6 and JJ McCarthy is still on the board, Roger Goodell is going to say with the 6th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Giants are selecting JJ McCarthy, quarterback, Michigan. I truly believe it. If he's on the clock and the Giants are sticking and picking at 6, I think McCarthy is going to be your quarterback. He is my QB4, though, coming into this class. I have Caleb Williams 1, I have Drake May 2, Jane Daniels 3, and I have JJ McCarthy number 4. I'm going to tell you guys why I believe McCarthy might be the right guy for the Giants, but first I want you to weigh in the comment section. Do you want the Giants to select McCarthy? Should they do it? Take the seat of Joe Schoen. Let me know. Type D for draft. Type P for pass. Let's talk about it. Let's have an honest conversation, and let's just judge the numbers and the info and the analytics for what they are when it comes to McCarthy. That's around the corner. But first, I got to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Game Time, the #1 ticketing app in the game. Download the app, use the promo code ChatSports, and get $20 off your first purchase. Where are my baseball fans at? The season is set to get underway, and if you're trying to catch a game, the easiest way to score last-second tickets is with our sponsor, Game Time. You can get great deals on last-second tickets and even get a view of the stadium from your seat. Game Time is my go-to ticketing app. You get the best price guarantee. Prices drop as the events get closer. And when you see this little yellow thing right there, that means there is a flash deal going on. And that is Game Time letting you know you are not going to find a better deal than that. Take advantage of them. You can go to Giants games when they come back, NBA games, Yankees games, Mets games, but concerts. So much more, theater events, comedy shows, all that type of stuff is available on Game Time. Check them out. Download the Game Time app, use the promo code ChatSports, and save $20 off. I've used Game Time a lot over the past couple of months, and it has become my go-to ticketing app because you get the best seats for the lowest prices guaranteed. Prices drop as the events get closer, and you get the best price guaranteed. All the features are awesome. Check them out. All that information will be clickable in the comments and description of today's show. All righty, let's do it. Let's remove emotion, and let's take the data for what it is. Let's remove any preconceived ideas and theories and thoughts that we have about McCarthy, and let's just see where the 21-year-old, not going to be 22 until January, stacks up against the other people in his class. Number one, a reason that a lot of people like him, because all he's done is win. 26-3 at Nazareth Academy, 8-0 at IMG Academy, and 27-1 at Michigan. I understand that he had a lot of talent around him, but I think it means something when you are the quarterback on the best team in the nation and you get to the college football playoff twice at the age of just 20 and 21. The dude, he wins. He's a leader. I got to interview him when he was 17 years old, and I asked him, as he went to IMG Academy in Florida, he came down to Dallas to play one of the best high schools in the country in Dallas, Duncanville, and I said, what was it like having your team go from Florida to Dallas to come play a game? He said, it's a business trip. When you go to IMG Academy, you give up your life to play football. And he's done that. And he was on that type of time at just 17 years old. But it's more than just winning for JJ McCarthy. I feel like people don't necessarily look at the data and they don't project. Look at his big-time throw percentage. He comes in at 5th when you stack him up against the top 6 quarterbacks in this class. Jaden Daniels, 8.4, number 1 by a wide margin. Drake May, Michael Penix right there. But then Caleb Williams, the guy they tell me is the next Patrick Mahomes, he has a 6.2% big-time throw percentage. McCarthy, 6.0. I think the most underrated part of McCarthy's game, though, is his ability to make big plays out of structure. When the play breaks down, whether it's he's making a guy miss in the pocket, getting outside, I believe he keeps his eyes downfield and he runs the scramble drill just as good as anybody else. And the data says that. His completion percentage out of scrambles is number 1 in this class at 71.4, compared to 46% for Jaden Daniels, 41% for Caleb Williams, and 36.8% for Drake May. And then everybody tells me, Marshall, Michigan didn't believe in him. Michigan didn't trust him. All they did was run the football. Blake Corum this, Blake Corum that. Then how come his percent of passes on 3rd and long was the highest in the nation of the guys coming in? 17.8% of his passes came on 3rd and long. That tells me that they trusted him to operate at a high level on money downs, and he did that just as good as anybody else in this class. So he stacks up on big-time throw percentage. He makes plays out of scrambles just as good as anybody else, and he also operates at an elite level compared to his counterparts on 3rd and long. And he also had 2 really good years at Michigan. I love the jump that he made from 2022 to 2023. Completion percentage going up almost 10 points. Yards per attempt goes up. Touchdowns stay the same. Interceptions go down. That's another thing I love about McCarthy. He does not put the ball in harm's way. But he's just not a guy that makes plays, outside of the pocket throwing the ball. He's also a legitimate rushing threat. There's a reason he forced 18 missed tackles this past year and 16 last year. And he had 13 runs of more than 10-plus yards and 14 runs of more than 10-plus yards last year. He's a special athlete. He was dunking a basketball by the 8th grade, had one of the best shuttle times for a quarterback at the combine. He is a special, special athlete. And for anybody to ever utter that him and Daniel Jones are the same player or the same prospect, I have to ask you, what the hell are you smoking? And it must not be that good stuff because it's putting holes in your brain. I don't want to do a lazy comparison of just showing college stats, but I'm going to do it right now, and I'm going to pick apart that argument. Daniel Jones turned the ball over via interceptions 29 times in college. JJ McCarthy did just 11 times. Daniel Jones lost a fumble at Duke more than 13 times. JJ McCarthy, he did it just once. They are nothing the same except that they both are white and they somewhat look similar. There's nothing else similar about their game. They are completely different. Daniel Jones, people say he's a game manager. He had to be turned into a game manager because he could not take care of the football in the National Football League. JJ McCarthy's a good player. And if he's available at 6, I think it'd be a great pick for the Giants. Will I trade up for him? I got to keep thinking on that. Matters what I have to give up. Should the Giants draft a QB in round 1? You decide. Type Y for yes, type N for no. And make sure you're following me over on social media. I'm tweeting about Big Blue, and I'm posting about him on IG every single day. Hit me up over there at @MarshallGreen_. And if you made it this far in the video, help me out. Hit that thumbs up icon, and let's do a real one roll call down in the comment section.